Hi everyone, and welcome to the first video. This one is simply going to be titled Downloading ZILF and Setting Up. So this one we're literally just going to be downloading the program that you need for actually compiling the Z code games, and that's what we're going to be doing in this video. It's going to be fairly short and sweet. So if I just go to the main screen now. So from here, there's basically this address, the URL at the top, which I'll include in the video description. So it's I'll read it out. It's foss.heptapod.net/ZILF/ZILF again /dash/wikis/home. But quite a mouthful. Don't worry about it. In fact, I think actually you can just type ZILF.io and it'll go straight to it. But again, I'll put the link in the main description of the video. Another link that I'll put to you, which I'll explain why I'm doing it in a second, is to this one, which is to register an exe. So basically it runs absolutely anywhere. There's probably other / better ways of doing that, but it's the only way that I know. So I want to obviously stick to stuff that I've done myself, so it's tried and tested. So in this case, you just click the link of the version of ZILF that you need. In my case, it's Windows 64-bit. We download it here. We click on it, and when it finally decides it's going to open, we do this. That's thrown me a little bit because normally it would open in pzip for me, but anyway, I'm glad it's opened in this because I think this is a bit more universal. So basically you get those folders there. So extract all. For the purposes of this, I'm actually going to drop it into the download folder. So I'm just going to drop it straight in to there. Obviously you will actually extract it to wherever you like. That said, you can extract it to downloads and then choose where you want to put it afterwards. That's a great thing about it, is you can actually it's sort of self-contained in that respect. So for example, if I now do this, we know we've got it downloaded. You can rename that. It doesn't have to have that name. You can just simply rename it to ZILF or something, whatever you want to call it, and then you can put that absolutely anywhere, maybe somewhere in your documents folder or wherever you like. And then within it we have the binaries, which is basically, or the bin file I should say, which is basically the program itself. You've got ZILF down here and ZAP there. ZILF is the compiler, ZAP is the assembler, and if we just back up a second, we've got some sample games in here under sample, and then we've got the library files in here. These are the main. These are sort of this is where the bulk of the game files will be, at least in terms of the default stuff that you need to get started. So all of your typical commands are going to be in here ready to go. So north, south, east, west, look, inventory, examine, all that sort of stuff. It's going to be in there. And then if we just back up again a little bit, well, in fact, no, that's it really. So I usually, and it's entirely up to you how you do this, I normally add one in called development, which is just one that you can start to use. And again, it's entirely up to you how you do this. I actually prefer to have a copy of the library files so that I can edit them, which is not overly advisable. It's just the way I do it. Ideally, certainly when you first get started, you probably wouldn't want to be tinkering with the parser or frankly any of the files, but once you get going, it's reasonably safe to do that. I know that the people in the ZIL group are going to probably curse me for saying that, but and then so I would typically drop one in here, and then as you go, particularly for when we start to look at using VS Code, then you might want to start actually having a project folder here, or maybe just call the project, so I don't know, new game there. And then again, within that, I would drop a copy of the library files. It's basically just so that you can tinker around with it, and it's sort of protective, really. If you want to edit verbs and add your own verb in at some point, and you completely muck it up, then you know that you can always go back in here and get a copy. You just pull that one back in, and and it basically means that these ones over in the library files are never touched. Again, entirely up to you how you do it. That's just how I do it, and that's pretty much it. You're more or less good to go. Obviously, as it stands at the moment, as you'll see in the next video when we do compiling, when you actually run the command, it will only really recognize the command if you are in here, or if you do sort of a dot / da da da. That to me is a little bit messy doing that each time. I know some people do it. For me, however, I would just frankly register the exe in something called system variables, which is super easy to do. You just basically follow the steps that are in this link that I'm going to give you. I think I'll just quickly show you. So edit environment variables. If I do edit environment variables, and what it's talking about is looks like this, and as you can see in here, I think I've got the path. Yes, I've got one down here, look. So basically that's how it works. So effectively what that means is, and again I'm probably jumping slightly into the next video, but when you come to the compile point, you'll type ZILF, the name of your game file, .zil, and away you go, and it'll compile. We'll cover that in the next video. But the point being, if I haven't registered it, it won't know what ZILF is. It will just go, don't know what that is, never heard of it before. So you will sort of need to register in here. Again, there are other ways of doing it. You can / and all this kind of stuff. But again, I'm going to stick to what I know, going to show you how I do it, and really that's it. So that's it, short and sweet for this video. Hopefully that's helped just to get you started, and what we'll do in the next video is actually talk about compiling the game. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.